Okay, so I will stay up close for a couple of moments and let anybody latecomers in. But those who are here, welcome. Hope you enjoyed your Christmas holiday and looking forward to a new year to come when we meet again next week. It'll be good to start a new year, and let's all hope that it's a healthier one for everyone than we've had in a few years. So take a comfortable seat and just remind yourself of what benefits you can get from this practice. So there are both physical and mental aspects to yoga that are helpful in your life. And I believe it should be something that can apply to life. So we want to be able to make our bodies a little more limber as well as a little stronger, maybe get slightly better balance, but also calm the mind. Allow our minds to just focus on one thing at a time. Usually in life, we're flitting from one thing to another and often multitasking. So yoga asks us not to multitask, but to open our awareness to our body, our breath, whatever is going on any particular day, at any particular moment. So as you sit nice and upright on your chair, feel your breath. Notice how your breath is moving. Maybe it's going fast, maybe it's going slow. Maybe it's feeling very steady. Maybe it's feeling a little bumpy. Whatever it is, just let it be. Noticing anything that's going on in your body and remembering to adjust your practice to whatever you're feeling. If anything I guide you in doesn't feel right, you're welcome to modify or just skip it. So once you're sitting up nice and tall, lengthen up through the crown of your head. So imagine a little string up near the back of your skull, stretching up towards your ceiling. And keeping that nice long line through your spine and your skull, turn your face side to side. And as your head comes back to center, pause there. Let's lift and lower. So lifting your chin, looking up and gently down. So up and down a few more times on your own. Good. And then returning to center, looking directly forward, tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. And try to keep your left shoulder relaxed. So try not to hunch either shoulder up towards the ear. In fact, if you want, let's just shrug both shoulders up and let them drop, keeping your right ear to the side. It's optional, but if you want, you can bring your right arm up and just let your hand rest on your head, adding a little extra weight. And always release your hand first, let your head float up. To the other side, left ear to the side, and optional, left arm can reach overhead. Breathe. And gently release your arm, let your head float back up to center. Take a few easy breaths and then gently circle your shoulders. Let's begin to sit up really tall. So check that your feet are slightly apart and parallel. So the toes are pointing forward rather than to the side. I'll move to my other chair to demonstrate what's coming next. So So knees should be directly over your ankles. And that means the knees are as wide as your ankles. You don't want your feet wider and your knees closer or the other way around. So once you're sitting tall, take a breath. And as you exhale, think of rolling back on your sit bones, drawing your navel towards your spine to round your back into cat. And then inhale, sitting up. And next exhale, draw your shoulders back as your chest comes forward. Keep the back of your neck long, so you don't want to poke your chin farther forward. And then come back up to center, and we'll alternate. So you can go at your own pace. I like to move with the breath, inhaling to center on each round, exhaling into either the cat or the cow. Always coming back to center in between. Make sure to lengthen the spine. So I'm always starting with a long spine. Go ahead and do one more round of cat and cow. And let's meet back in a nice upright position. Good, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And hold the left side of the chair with your hand. Sweep your right arm up and over. And you can reach even a little more overhead so you're slightly tilting. Try to keep that right arm back in space so it's not coming in front of your nose. Breathe deeply. Keep both hips grounded into your chair. And then return to center. The other side, left arm reaching up, palm is facing your head. And the arm is as straight as you can make it without bringing it in front of your face. So keep it back in line with your ear if possible. Reaching over, breathing into that whole left side. Just getting a little more space. And then return to center. Bring your feet together now and gently hug your knees together. You can bring that left hand across to your right leg just to remind your knees to stay close. As we move to twist, we're going to slide the right hand back, either to the edge, side edge of this chair or behind the chair. Lift up through your chest, turn your waist, then your chest, and then your head. Look back over your right shoulder as far as you can. And slowly unwind. Let's do the other side. Left hand sliding back, right hand can come across, and gently move into your twist. Keep breathing as you hold. So even though we may hold in a position, you don't want to hold the breath. And then unwind and walk your feet out a little wider than they were earlier. Be sure again to line up your knees over the ankles and knees as wide as open as your toes are. From here, you can have your hands on your thighs. Try not to lean on your knees themselves, but higher up on your thighs and tilt a little forward. So begin to feel like you're getting a long stretch from your tailbone to the crown of your head. And then we'll add a twist, bringing the right shoulder in between the legs and then coming up. And other side, left shoulder twisting in and coming up. First side again, right shoulder and come up, and left shoulder and come up. Feel your breath. If you're able to breathe through your nose, that's recommended. Right? If your nose is clogged, obviously you breathe as you need to. So moving into our seated sun salutation, we'll bring the palms together at the heart and coordinate each movement with either an inhale or an exhale. So take a nice breath in to start and let it out. Next, inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, gently bow forward. As you inhale, lift up partway into this long spine. Your back is more flat. And then exhale, relax your head and neck. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, guide the palms gently down to your heart. Take a breath and let it out. And we'll repeat, inhaling up and exhale to bow. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, head and neck relax. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in and out. Adding another piece. Inhale to cactus. Exhale, tilt. Inhale up and tilt. Inhale up. Twist. Inhale, center and twist. Inhale, center. Hands to heart. Full breath in. Put those pieces together. We'll inhale up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, tilt. Inhale up and tilt. Inhale up. Twist. Inhale, center. Twist. Inhale, center. Hands to heart. Full breath in and out. Once again, inhaling up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, tilt. Inhale up and tilt. Inhale up. Twist. Inhale, center and twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in. Another piece. Inhale, right arm up, back of the left hand down. Slide down the leg as you look up. Inhale, rising up, switch the arms. Right hand sliding down, look up. Inhale, both arms stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in and out from the beginning. Inhale up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, tilt. Inhale up and tilt. Inhale up. Twist. Center and twist. Back to center. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, right arm up, back of the left hand down. Slide down the leg, look up. Inhale, rise up, switch the arms. Right hand sliding down. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Full breath in. Once again from the beginning. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bow. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, tilt. Inhale up and tilt. Inhale up. Twist. Inhale, center and twist. Inhale, center. Hands to heart. Inhale, right arm up, back of the left hand down. Slide down the leg, up. Inhale, rising up, switch the arms. Other hand slides down, looking up. Inhale, both arms stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. full breath in. How about one more round today? Inhale, sweep up. Exhale to bow. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, soften. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, cactus. Exhale, tilt. Come up and tilt. Come up. Twist, center, twist, and center. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, right arm up, back of the left hand down. Slide down the leg as you look up. Inhale, rising up, switch the arms. Other side slides down. Inhale, both arms stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, big breath in, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, open the arms, float them down. And as the arms come down, you can walk your feet in. And if you'd like to take a little pause, a little break, scoot yourself back in your chair. So you're back as far as you can, even if that means your feet aren't so grounded. So take a moment to just let the chair support you. Let your breath slow down a little bit. It might have gotten a little faster during that sun salute. But as we just give our back a little rest against the chair back, let's lift the right foot and circle at the ankle. And reverse. And then flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. And flex and point. Good. Release that foot. Lift your left foot. Gently circle at the ankle. And reverse. And then flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. And flex and point. And release. Good. So, break time is over. We want to get our spine into a good long upright position so you can hold the edges of your chair, scoot a little forward, check your alignment of your feet and your legs, lengthen up through the spine. Keeping that nice lift through your spine, flex just the right foot and glide the heel back under the chair as far as you can go, and then straighten the leg out. So we're bending into flexion and then extending. Bend and extend. Once more, bend, extend, and hold it out there for a moment. Feel those thigh muscles working. Keep breathing. If you need to release anything before I tell you, it's always okay. So be mindful of how things feel in your body. And then let's all release if you haven't already. So other side, flex that left foot, slide the heel back, and stretch straight. Like that. And extend. Extend. One more bend. Extend and hold the leg there and breathe. Sit tall. Try not to collapse. Feel your abdominal muscles working. And then gently release. Rock a little bit side to side. And then turn that into some easy circles with your whole torso. The circles can stay small. They can get a little bigger if that feels good to you. After your next circle, change directions. as you come back to center. I'm going to lift the right leg, and we're going to interlace the fingers under the thigh. So rather than just picking up the leg on its own, once you've interlaced your fingers, try to let your leg drop into your hands. So your leg is heavy, passive, and your arms are what's picking up your leg. Right? And imagine drawing little circles. The lower leg is relaxed, ankle and foot are relaxed. The leg is just very, very passive. Change the direction of the circles. And then bring that knee in and up as high as you can. You might want to switch the clasp of your hands around to the front of the knee or shin and flex both feet. Lift your chest. So try to pull your shoulders back and your chest forward. Hug your navel towards your spine. So you engage those deep abdominal muscles. And you can keep the left heel pressing down into the floor. So that'll help you keep the abdominal muscles engaged. If you can keep them engaged on your own, you may want to try stretching that left leg out straight. Breathe. And if you try it and it's too challenging, just come back to the first version. Remember to breathe wherever you are, and then release. Let everything go. Shake out your hands, wiggle your fingers. And let's do the other leg. So interlacing fingers under left thigh, let the leg be heavy. And let your hands and arms control this circling movement. And then reverse the circles. And draw that knee in close to you, perhaps switching the clasp of your hands. Tone your belly, sit up tall, flexing both feet. Try to draw your shoulders back and your chest forward. Check that you're not leaning back in the chair. So really try and sit really tall. Keep those abdominal muscles engaged and keep breathing. Okay, staying here for adding the stretch of the right leg straight out. Full deep breaths in and out. And then gently let it go. Feet come down, shake out your hands, wiggle the fingers, circle the wrists. And then put your fingertips lightly on your shoulders, and we'll make some circles with the elbows. And if you hear little clicks and pops, that's natural. Nothing to worry about if it's not painful. Little popping sounds happen because of air in the joint space sometimes. And let's reverse the direction of the circles, going back, up, and forward. Good, and then let the hands relax. Let's take that right arm, turn the palm up, extend your right arm, point your fingers down, and then with your left hand, try to draw the tips of the right fingers back towards you as you press forward through the palm, and breathe. Just feel that stretch in your wrist. And then release. Other side. Left palm up, point the fingers down, and then try to draw them back as you press forward through the palm. Good, and release. Okay, one more stretch for the upper arm. We're gonna bend the elbow, lift it towards the ceiling, and you can use your left hand to spin the right bicep in close to your ear and try to lift that elbow as high as you can, maybe drawing it as far back as possible. So you'll feel it, the stretch in the upper arm. Just breathe the best you can, right? You don't have to go as far as I'm going. But let's release. Shake it out. Other side, left elbow bends, lifting it up. You can rotate it in towards your face, keep it close to your ear, and try to lift the elbow as high and as far back as you can. Just make sure you're not straining. You check in with your breath, making sure that you can breathe steadily in and out. And gently release. But let's circle both shoulders a few times. And then we'll open up the hip a little bit more by moving the right leg all the way out to the side and then bringing it back. So we're just swinging the leg out without turning our whole body. Open and come back to center. And again, open and back to center. The other side, left leg opens wide and returns. Good. Okay, let's come back to that first side again. And I like to come to the front edge of the chair and then slide my hips over to the left so that my left hip is kind of hanging off the edge of the seat, this chair seat. And right ankle's directly beneath the knee, toes are pointing to the side, but I'm going to open my body to face the front of the chair. Now you can keep your left leg just where it is, okay? So that's your basic position. If you want to try for a deeper stretch with the legs, walk that left foot, kind of heel toe out on a diagonal. So it's going to the side, but also forward. The sole of the foot stays on the floor. The foot is slightly turned in. And then chest opens wide. As you inhale, open the arms with a big, how wonderful gesture. Right? Relaxing the shoulders. And then gently just turn at the wrist, palms down. For seated warrior two, you could turn and gaze to the right. Feel your breath. Good. Turn your right palm up. You can bring your left hand to your thigh or your hip. Stretch that right arm to the sky, looking up a little bit. Breathe. And then bend that right elbow. Keep your chest open and lengthen over towards your right. So you can rest your right forearm on your thigh and gently hug that arm back against your leg. Keep your chest open, head in line with the shoulders. And then left arm can sweep out to the side and up to the sky, palms facing your head. If it feels okay for your shoulder, that left arm can gradually come closer to your ear. This is called extended side angle pose. Konasana. And all the way up. And walk the feet back into the center. Take a breath or two. That quiet moment before we move into the other side. Okay, we're going to open that left leg to the side. So once again, bring the foot close to your chair so you can slide your hips back to the right. Right? Your left thigh is near the front edge of the chair seat. Right foot is just facing directly forward with the knee bent. Your chest is open towards the front of the chair. Basic position. Or try walking that right foot over to the side and a little forward until perhaps you can straighten that right leg. Keep your chest lifted. Try not to lean to either side. Torso is facing forward with a big inhale. How wonderful. And then gently turn the wrists, palms down, and gaze to your left. Feel your breath. Imagine you were standing for this pose. It's very strong, very stable pose. Breathe deeply. And then turn your left palm up. Bring your right hand to your thigh or your hip. Stretch the left arm up to the sky. Breathe here. And then gently bending your left elbow. Lengthen over to the side, resting forearm on thigh. Hug the shoulder back. Bring your head in line with the shoulders. And then right arm can sweep out and up. Palm faces your head. Keep the hand reaching up, or maybe bring the arm closer to your ear for a deeper stretch. Breathe as you hold. And reach up to come back to center. And walk your feet in towards the middle. Take a moment once again to just come back to your breath and let go. So each thing we do most of these stretches week after week, but it's always good to approach them as if it's the first time. Beginner's mind, it's sometimes called. So no preconceptions, just go with how it feels in your body. Listen to the directions and then follow as best you can. All right, we're going to turn all the way to the right now. So pivot your whole body. Your right arm can come to the chair back. Your legs are close together, knees together. We're going to twist now, moving away from the screen. So you're going to be turning to the back of your chair. Your right hand can start to slide across, and then your left hand can come over to hold the chair back as you use your hands to gently help you turn and look back over the back of your chair. Breathe. Good. Gently unwind. Stay facing to the side, but we're going to slide to the front edge of the chair again. And this time, we'll stay facing the right, but let the left knee drop down towards the floor. So your left hip is kind of off the chair. You're holding on for support. And you're just lengthening all the way down that left thigh. Sit as tall as you can and breathe. And then you may feel some constriction in your low back here, as well as the thigh stretch. We want to make sure we protect the low back. So lean slightly forward. Let your back round a little bit. Maybe you can slide your left foot farther back, toes tucked under. The heel is straight up, so try not to twist your ankle to either side. And then lengthen down through your tailbone. Draw your navel back and up to gradually rise up through your torso, lifting up through your chest. Your left arm can reach for the sky. You can look up if that feels okay for your neck. Breathe. And then gently bow forward again. Relax that back leg as you slide the foot back in and pivot back to the front of your chair. And we'll move to the other side. So we're going to turn our whole body to the left. Left arm just resting on the chair back, legs and feet close together. Getting ready to twist, slide your left hand back, bring the right hand around, and use your hands to help you turn your upper body. Look back behind your chair, shoulders hug back, chest is lifted, spine is long. Full deep breaths. And gently unwind. Keep your left arm on the chair for support and slide to the front edge of your chair, letting your right knee now drop down towards the floor. Pause here, just feel any stretch in the thigh in this position. Breathe into it. And gently bow forward, just slightly. Tuck the back toes under and see if you can walk that foot or slide it back farther, pressing the heel even farther back to maybe straighten that leg more. Make sure you're protecting your low back by lengthening down through your tailbone, but drawing your low belly back and up to lift from your lower torso gradually up. And as your chest lifts and your head comes up, right arm can stretch up by your ear. You can look up. And gently bow forward, relax the back leg to slide it in. And come on back to center. All right. Let's give a little stretch of our faces now with a couple of lion poses. So hands resting on your thighs. As we inhale, we'll curl the fingers into fists, scrunch up the face like we ate something really sour. And on the exhale, everything stretches. So show your claws, your eyes open wide, mouth opens, tongue sticks out and down, and we roar. Okay. And we'll do a breath in between each of 3 lions. Full breath in and out. First lion, scrunching in. Exhale. And relax. In and out. Second lion. Curling in, scrunching up. Big stretch. Relax. Breathe in and out. One more lion. Scrunching in. Big stretch. And let it go. Good. Well, since doing lion pose always makes me want to laugh. Little laughter yoga to end the year. So let's just do some very basic laughter yoga. So we are going to combine movement with a ha ha ha, or a ho ho, or a hee hee, whatever sound works for you. And don't worry if you don't feel like it, just fake it, right? Fake it, maybe it'll change. But let's start by just clapping hands. Good. Let's tap the knees. Fingers on shoulders and flap your arms. Ha, 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 ha. Okay, and let it go. All right, go slide yourself to the front of your chair now. A couple of last little stretches on the legs and hips, and then we'll come up and stand. So we're going to open that right leg out to the side and flex the foot. I'm going to extend my left leg forward to make it easier to come into this posture. So we're going to lift the right foot, keep the knee open wide, and just bring the edge of the heel or outer ankle in front of the left shin. See how that feels. Try to sit up really tall. If you're able to stay sitting tall, maybe you could slide that foot up above your knee. But if that's too much, just slide back down. So go where you can get a stretch. More important is to sit up really tall here. Feel your breath. Keep the spine long. It's helpful sometimes to just hold the edges of the seat to help you lift up through the ribs. Shoulders back, chest tries to come a little forward. So I'm hinging. I'm not bowing. I'm just tilting from the pelvis and breathing. Good, and then gently releasing. And we'll do the other side. So right leg just extending a little to start. Open the left knee out, flex the foot, bring the outer heel or ankle alongside or in front of the shin. Slide the heel up as high as you can, maybe just stop below the knee. Or if you want, if it can come above the knee and the knee still opens, the other knee opens to the side, great. Keep that left foot flexed, sit tall and breathe. Try to keep your shoulders back, your head nice and long with your spine, just bringing your chest a little forward. Gentle tilt, breathing into the stretch wherever you are feeling it today. And slowly undo yourself. Come back to center. Okay. Let's move into an eagle pose. So we're going to bring the legs close together to begin. Now you have two options here. Well, actually three. You can stay just with the legs hugging in. You can cross right ankle in front of left ankle, or knee over knee. Either position that you're in, you want to keep the legs hugging together, the lower legs. Okay? And then bring your arms out wide into cactus. So take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, just bring your arms together. Right? Forearms touching if you can, and then inhale, open. Exhale, elbows in. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbows cut in. Inhale, open. This last time, if you can, instead of just lining up your forearms, see if you can slip the right elbow under the left so they crisscross. Backs of the hands can press together, or maybe wrap right hand around the left thumb. Breathe, sit tall, keep the legs hugging as well. Nice deep breath. And gently release the arms, release the legs. Come back to neutral. Breathe. And then let's do the other side. So again, you can keep the legs just hugging together as they are, or this time cross left ankle in front of right, left knee over right knee. Squeeze the legs together in any of those positions. Arms start in cactus. Let's exhale, bringing the elbows in. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, forearms hug in. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, hugging in. Inhale, open. Last one. This time we're going to see if we can slip the left elbow under the right, crisscross, and then try to press the backs of the hands together. Right? So just like you're hugging the legs, you're hugging the arms. Maybe grasping the left fingers around the right thumb. Breathe, sitting tall. And gently release. Unwind, circle your shoulders. And then we'll get ready to come to standing, do a little strengthening and balance work. So walk your feet back. You can come up to stand any way you need to, but I always recommend bringing your feet back a little, making sure they're a nice solid base, right? So that as you tilt forward, you're hinging from your hips, not rounding, not looking down, keeping your shoulders back and chest lifted. And then when ready, you press into the feet and come up to stand. Come around behind your chair. I'll adjust my monitor a little bit. And then I'll move my chair off to the side. But you've got your chair in front of you so you can use one or both hands on the chair for support. Okay, so take a moment just to stand. Feel the weight on your feet. Let your knees bend a little bit. Feel your weight into the legs, but lift up through your belly. So even though you bend your knees, you want to keep a slight engagement in the core and the abdominal muscles. Okay, your knees are bent, but you're also tipping your hips back a little bit. So this is our chair pose without the chair, right? Chair pose. Kind of a zigzag shape. Breathe. And come on up. Let's do another one, and we can add the arms if you want, one or both. Okay? So if you need the support of the chair for balance or anything else, just keep one hand there. Otherwise, we'll bend the knees, tip the pelvis, and arms extend out. And breathe. Good, and coming up. But I'm going to turn and face my chair so you can see me from the side, but you keep facing forward, right? You're going to bring your right foot close to the chair and step your left foot back a ways. Now you can be on the ball of the back foot. We're going to do a couple of little dips. So we're going to bend both knees and just dip and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend. Straighten and bend and straighten. Good. Now we're going to bend just the right knee and try to reach back through the left heel. See if you can bring it to the floor. Make sure your feet are apart widthwise so that you're not on a tightrope. Breathe. Bow slightly forward. Lengthen your tailbone down. Lift up through your low belly, lift up through your chest. See how you feel in terms of your steadiness. If you hug the feet isometrically towards each other, might help you with balance. And then you can always do one arm at a time. Float one arm up off the chair, and then the other. And if you feel steady, both arms can come up into a nice victory, V for victory, and breathe. Good, bring your hands down, straighten the front leg, and tip your hips back, chest forward. So keeping your arms lifted a little bit, so don't let your shoulders drop, keep your head in line with your spine. But from here, we're going to bend into the right knee and lift the back heel, paralleling the feet, right? So making sure both feet are facing the same direction. And we're going to move into a balancing pose here. So we're going to lift the back leg, flex that left foot, extend the chest forward as the left leg lifts, and then possibly bringing the hands down to the seat of your chair. And if you want a little more balance challenge, stretch your right arm out in front of you and breathe. Good, release, arms down, feet down, and come back up to stand. Take a moment to breathe here. I'll move my chair to the other side. But you're just going to switch feet. So you're going to bring your left foot closer to the chair, reach way back with the right foot. You're on the ball of the right foot. And we're going to start with the legs straight and then do little dips and bend both knees and lift, and bend, and straighten, bend, and straighten, and bend, straighten. Good. This time just the left knee bends. You're going to try and reach that right heel back to the floor. Bow slightly forward. Lengthen your tailbone down. Try to draw your navel back and up. Lifting from the low belly, lifting your chest. Hug the feet isometrically towards each other. And then try floating one arm up, then the other. If you feel shaky, keep at least one hand on the chair. Otherwise, both arms can come up into this wonderful celebration, chest lifting, gaze is forward, breathing deeply. But as your arms come down, straighten both legs, tip your hips back, chest forward. This is sometimes called the runner's stretch. You feel this in the backs of your legs, probably. Breathe. And moving into that balance pose, warrior three. Bend your left knee. Lift the right heel and step that foot in. You're going to gradually float the right leg up and extend your torso out over the chair. Hands can come to the chair seat. Reach way back, keep that right foot flexed, and maybe left arm extending forward. And as you bring your hand down, gently float the leg down and come up to stand. Let's do one more standing pose before our relaxation. So I'm going to step my feet wide apart. Start with my left foot facing forward. Turn the right leg out 90 degrees. Open your chest towards the screen. So it's facing, your face still facing your chair. Keep one or both hands on the chair for support. As we move into this triangle pose, we keep the legs straight. We're going to hinge at the top of that right thigh. So the hips shift a little bit to the left. And as they do, your torso lengthens to the right. Keep lengthening, lengthening, lengthening through that whole right side of your body. And then once you're as far as you can go, options for the arms. Left arm can reach for the sky, or you can keep that one on the chair as you bring your right hand down to the leg. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Good. Let's all come up and switch to the other side. Right foot forward. Turn the left leg out to the side. Hug the legs as if you're trying to pull them together isometrically. I'm going to hinge now at the top of that left thigh. So the hips move to the right. Torso lengthens, 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 lengthens way over to the left. You can try stretching that left arm out to the side for a little more length, and then float the hand down to your leg. Right hand can stay on your chair or reach for the sky. Breathe. And gently return to upright. Turn both feet so they're parallel. Keep the knees a little bit bent. Rock a little bit side to side. And once your weight is centered, you can gently bow forward, reaching over the chair back. Legs can stay a little bent or straighten. And then let's all bend the knees a little bit as we lift up to the torso. Start to walk your feet back in towards each other. And then make your way back to your chair. Come and have a seat. And slide yourself back in the chair and let your legs just release. So lean your body into the chair back. Relax your arms, hands resting on your thighs. You're welcome to close your eyes to help you turn your attention inside. Just allowing your breath to flow naturally, observing any effects in your body from our practice today. You may feel that the breath is a little different than when we started class. Maybe more aware of some of your muscles. But during this last minute, just let go of all effort. Imagine every muscle in your body releasing. Relaxing your feet and ankles, your hands and wrists, your arms and your legs, your shoulders and your hips. Relaxing your belly. Just resting in this place of doing nothing, place of not doing, simply being present. No place to go, nothing to do. Let your body receive the benefits of the practice. And gently take a few deeper breaths. Perhaps move your body in any little ways that feel good. Your hands, fingers, ankles, head, neck, shoulders. Just move in any way that feels good to you. And gradually come to sit more upright in your chair. So slide away from the chair back, get your feet grounded, lift up through your body. Abdominal muscles gently engage to support the low back. And then join your palms together in front of your heart. Let's share the sound of Om to close our practice and close out this year. Take a nice deep breath in. Om. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me. Again, I will see you back here Monday next week, no class this Friday. You're welcome to unmute yourself if you would like to